Hey everyone, today I'm joined by the the Amagi. He has a very prolific channel that's been covering many Avatar topics, including the history of the Avatar world, and the lives of its many characters, so make sure you give him a sub after this. I was helping him out with a video about the history of the original Benders. We already talked about the Moon Spirit and Badger Moles on his channel, so make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Now my bearded dragon will be joining us too as we talk about the dragons.
Dragons' history in the Avatar world goes back to ancient times. The first Avatar, Wan, first encountered a white dragon during his banishment in the Spirit Wilds. It taught Wan how to masterfully control the element of fire, and he became the first human to learn the dancing dragon form.
Millennia later, dragons demonstrated firebending techniques to the Sun Warrior civilization, who were kind of like a predecessor to the Fire Nation. The dragons became central to Sun Warrior culture, and they began to revere them like gods.
Later in history, the dragons became important culturally to the Fire Nation as well. An engraving of a dragon was prominently featured on the Fire Lord's throne until Sozin built a new throne room. Dragons were also tamed by some people, notably Fire Lord Sozin and Avatar Roku.
Roku found his dragon when he was still an egg. He named him Fang, and the dragon became Avatar Roku's animal guide. When Avatar Roku was dying, from fighting a monkey-feathering volcano, Fang curled around Roku and died alongside him rather than live without him. Fang's spirit would then enter the spirit world alongside Roku's.
Several years later, Avatar Aang and his friend Kuzan would venture into the Fire Nation mountains in search for dragons. During their adventure, they ended up saving a dragon egg from poachers and returning it to its mother. Sometime after Fire Lord Sozin began the 100-Year War, he began the tradition of hunting dragons for glory.
I wonder how Sozin's dragon felt about that. They're shown to be intelligent creatures, so I wonder how that played out.
Since dragons were the ultimate firebenders, if someone slayed one, it meant their skills would be considered legendary, and they'd earn the honorary title of dragon.
The dragons were hunted to near extinction until Iroh claimed that he killed the last one.
But he was lying.
Indeed, Iroh had actually visited the Sun Warrior civilization and met the final two dragons named Ran and Shaw. They judged him and deemed him worthy to learn the real essence of firebending. He had lied about killing the last one, so no one hunted them anymore.
Aang later encountered the spirit of Roku's dragon Fang during his first journey to the spirit world. It helped Aang learn how he could communicate with Roku's spirit. He later accompanied Roku on several other occasions when Aang met him in other spirit world journeys.
When Zuko eventually joined Team Avatar, he suffered from some firebending dysfunction. Aang and Zuko then traveled to the old Sun Warrior ruins in search of anything that would help Zuko regain his firebending power.
They encountered the Sun Warriors, who they thought had no longer existed, and were taken to be judged in front of the final two dragons, Ran and Shaw.
The dragons deemed them worthy as well and taught them the true essence of firebending. Basically how firebending shouldn't be motivated by rage.
Now Ran and Shaw must have had some offspring because by Avatar Korra's lifetime, Zuko had his own dragon named Druk. Druk briefly fought against the Red Lotus when they were freeing Pali from prison.
Fun fact, Druk is actually named after a significant dragon in Bhutanese mythology. He acts as Bhutan's national symbol and is even represented on their flag.
Alright, time for the original airbenders. Sky bison, or flying bison, were a vital part of air nomad culture. Air nomads even modeled their tattoos after the bison's arrow markings.
They lived with the air nomads in the temples, and each air nomad would choose a flying bison as a companion for life. The air nomads, being, nomads and all, traveled around the world on their flying bison.
During the air nomad genocide, most of the sky bison were wiped out along with the air nomads.
Except for the Avatar's bison Appa, who was frozen in the iceberg alongside Aang.
Appa would later be freed from the iceberg alongside Aang when he was discovered by Sokka and Katara. He became Team Avatar's primary mode of transportation during their quest to defeat the Fire Lord.
Except for a period when Appa was stolen by Sandbenders and separated from Team Avatar during their travels in the Earth Kingdom. But thankfully they got him back.
After the 100-Year War, Aang would discover a previously unknown herd of flying bison.
This is actually not that outlandish. In real life, there have been cases of large populations of endangered animals found that scientists had previously not known about.
Some bison then filled the same role of transportation and life companionship amongst Aang's airbender descendants, as well as the new airbenders created from harmonic convergence.
Some baby bison were hunted by poachers in the Earth Kingdom, where they were apparently sold as food to the upper class in Ba Sing Se. Thankfully, these efforts were later thwarted by Aang's son Tenzin. as well as the other new airbenders.
Alright, that about wraps it up. Be sure to check out part 1 on my channel where we talk about the moon spirit and badger moles if you haven't already.
If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for even more Avatar videos. Hit the bell button thing for notifications, leave a comment, hit the like button. Support me on Patreon, big thanks to my patrons, Jay Campbell, My Hero Mo, Kyle Alvarez, and Colleen West. And also big thanks to the Amagi for this collaboration, it was super fun, hope we can do it again sometime. If you haven't checked out his channel yet, go do it. Do it now.